Steak with Nick, episode 10. You guys know the drill by now. This is called my 3 days with A5 Wagyu. I picked up some beautiful A5 Wagyu roasts, a Striploin roast and a Ribeye roast. I cut them up into individual steaks and I decided that I was going to make a Japanese Wagyu Katsu Sandos, which is a fried sandwich on a beautiful Japanese milk bread. One of the steaks that I cut was kind of the runt of the litter, so I pulled that out of the freezer and I decided to cook that up first for a light snack before my wife got home and I made the sandwiches. As I cooked this steak, I began to realize this was no runt. This was a full-size steak, especially when you're considering that it's the finest steak in the world. So I wound up eating that all by myself and getting a nice bellyache from it, to be perfectly honest with you, and that was it for the sandwiches. So no sandwiches that night. Tuesday is almost upon us and it's time for those Japanese sandwiches. You take a piece of that beautiful A5, a little bit of flour, some egg, some Japanese panko breadcrumbs, fry it a minute and a half on each side, place it between two pieces of buttered and lightly toasted Japanese milk bread, a little bit of tonkatsu sauce and sliced green onion, and you have yourself what they call the most expensive sandwich in the world. Absolutely amazing. So Wednesday rolls around and I have some extra A5 Wagyu. There's worse problems in the world. This meat is so rich and delicious though, it's impossible to cook up all by itself 3 days in a row. So I decided to go a little untraditional and make some burgers. Now, I've made A5 burgers before. They were incredibly rich and decadent. Maybe too much so. I chose to honor the meat and not add any seasoning. This time I added some burger seasoning, some salt and pepper, some Maggi, grilled them up on the cast iron nice and hot. What you see there is the A5 meat cooking in its own juices. Nothing was added. A little bit of salt, pepper, garlic mix on the top. And let me tell you something. These burgers were the best burgers I've ever made in my life. Absolutely incredible, delicious. I put them right up there with the best. Peter Luger's, Red Hook Tavern in Brooklyn. A little bit of cheese. A little more Japanese milk bread on the grill. Traditional. Lettuce, tomato, ketchup. On the one in the middle, I left the cheese off and I added some tonkatsu sauce. Give it a little more with the Japanese theme. But let me tell you something. These burgers were unbelievable. I ate them all myself. I'll be honest with you.